Hello, welcome to my journey in creating a song. See, I didn't want to just summarize my paper or anything, so I decided to write a song about product and process, which is kind of what my paper was about. I felt that this wasn't enough, and so instead of explaining product and process, just straight out, I decided that I would record my journey from no song to having a song, and going first through the product method to try to come up with the song, and then the process method, and we'll see how each of those goes. Let's start with product. Product-oriented writing is where you take something finished, examine its components, and kind of emulate what it's doing to get a finished product of your own. You break it down into the different forms it's doing and try to capture that. So what I did first was I listened to every song ever. Now this took a while, but I was able to finish in time to do this project, of course. So I did that first. What I found to be effective, to me at least, was the songs that had words in them, and also that had music in them, like instruments. So I took those two components and decided to go ahead and practice and master those myself. So I learned and mastered an instrument. And I also mastered my own voice. Me, 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 me. Mo, 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 mo. And I came up with a song.
Quentin, it's time for lunch.
Yeah, tell me something I don't know. That's it. Using the product-oriented method, I came up with a well-polished end product. However, since I was using other songs to base my song upon, I ended up creating a song that already existed. I inadvertently created the song Tell Me Something I Don't Know by Selena Gomez. It was a total accident. I didn't mean to. My bad, Selena. We still good? Then I tried the process-oriented method, where you kind of start from nothing, you pre-generate ideas, pre-write, then you write it out, and then you revise it until it's golden. Well, I pre-wrote. Then I wrote it. And then I revised it, although not quite to perfection. Process and product, they're both really cool things. You should learn about them. So yeah, that was just kind of to illustrate the shortcomings of each method. They're not quite that pronounced. I mean, you won't just plagiarize someone's work if you use product, and it won't be an absolutely horrible thing if you use process. It's just one leads to a more polished product and one leads to more creative freedom. What I propose is that there is some sort of amalgamation of the two, and you just kind of do what works for you. That's what I did with this song that I actually wrote. It started out as a T-Pain song, and I just rewrote the lyrics. So I used his product and applied my process, kind of. So here's that.
Let's see. I didn't prepare anything for this first part because it's talking, not really singing. Didn't really adapt it to my topic. There was one section I did adapt though, and so damn, got some big ass paragraphs. Let's see, here we go. Got the paper of a scholar, gonna break it down to study its form. Here we go. Check out those paragraphs, take it slow. Next look at the sentences. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You copy the right things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now you need to organize your thoughts and do that right thing.
That's right, W-R-I-T-E. Yeah, boy.
'Cause I'm in love with the product. You look and you study, you practice those pieces. I'm in love with the product. Make you write and you finish, make it look like something and turn it. And I'm in love with the product. You look and you study, you practice those pieces. I'm in love with the product. You mimic, you write and you finish, make it look like something and turn it. And I'm in love with the product. On the other hand, there's a process. Start with a multitude of ideas, then pick one. Build it up. Start making an outline, write some words. Yeah. Keep the ideas clear. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then write up your paper. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then you need to clean it up until you get that right thing. Right thing. 'Cause I'm in love with the process. Pre-write it, you write it, revise it. You follow those steps, and I'm in love with the process. You write more, revise more. It's not going nowhere till you finish. I'm in love with the process. Rewrite it, you write it, revise it. You follow those steps, and I'm in love with the process. You write more, revise more. It's not going nowhere till you finish. I'm in love with the process. Yeah. So there's a whole verse here that Mike Jones sings that I didn't really get in my original version that I was studying, so I don't really have any material for here, so let's go ahead and sing that process verse again after Mike Jones finishes up his verse. 'Cause I'm in love with the process. You write it, revise it. You follow those steps, and I'm in love with the process. You write more, revise more. It's not going nowhere till you finish. I'm in love with the process. Rewrite it, you write it, revise it. You follow those steps, and I'm in love with the process. You write more, revise more. It's not going nowhere till you finish. I'm in love with the process. You can write it how you want to. Put all the conventions to the side and make your own. Do it right. You may want to pre-write some. Go do it. Yeah. And go off examples. Yeah. Blazing your own trail. Yeah. When you get down to writing, there is no right thing. 'Cause I'm in love with new methods. You look and you dissect, you study. Then rewrite and revise it. I'm in love with new methods of process, the product. They're both right. Do whatever you want's what I'm saying. I'm in love with new methods. You look and you dissect, you study. then write and revise it. I'm in love with new methods, the process, they're both right. Do whatever you want's what I'm saying. I'm in love with new methods.
You look and you dissect, you study, then write,
Yeah,
revise it.
I'm supposed to keep singing here and fade out, but I kinda got lost in my excitement, so I hope you will forgive me. Cue out. Well, the music's still fading, but cue out.
What up, John?